This is ERi-TV, dear viewers. Welcome to English news broadcast for this hour. Following are the major headlines for today. Meeting on implementation of development programs in Gashwarka region. Meeting on social service provision institutions in the city of Asab. Death toll from a strong earthquake in Nepal risen to 158. And India's New Delhi to restrict use of vehicles to curb air pollution. On your local reports, the governor of the Gashwarka region, Ambassador Mahmoud Ali Hurui, held meetings from 31 October to 4 November on the implementation and progress of the charted out development programs of 2022-2023. Ambassador Mahmoud held in-depth discussions with public representatives in the subzones of Molki, Shambuko, Laalaigash, Golij, Tesane and Haikota regarding the advancement of the development programs, the obstacles faced and the collaborative efforts of the government's various sectors and PFDJ in putting them into action. Additionally, Ambassador Mahmoud urged all levels of government to work together and inspire greater public involvement in the execution of the development initiatives. The topics brought up during the sessions were thoroughly discussed by the participants, who also approved a number of recommendations. Meeting on expansion and public usage of social service provision institutions and administrative services was conducted in the port city of Asab. At the meeting on November 3, which was attended by more than 500 representatives of the administrations in the Asab subzone, topics such as the availability of potable water, health and educational services, public use of social service provision institutions, and the challenges the institutions are facing were discussed. The governor of the Southern Red Sea region, Ambassador Mohammed Said Mentai, spoke at the event and urged active engagement for the improved results, noting that encouraging accomplishments have been recorded via coordinated efforts by the public and government institutions. Additionally, Ambassador Mohammed Said called for robust public participation in the execution of development initiatives, as well as prompt and effective administrative services. Ambassador Mohammed Said also provided a thorough briefing on the development initiatives that have been planned with the goal of raising public welfare. On your last local report, Qayih Bahari Secondary School in Asmara handed out awards to 109 students who scored 3 to 4 at the 2022-2023 National Living Examination. The awardees are members of the 35th round of the National Service. At the ceremony conducted yesterday, 5 November, the director of the school, Mr. Eyob Mahari, stated that 20 of the awardees were students that scored 4 points, indicating that as a result of the encouragement that the school has been providing to outstanding students in cooperation with partners, the number of students that are scoring higher points is growing. Mr. Eyob said that in the 2014 school living examination, 39% of the students who stood in the examination have scored passing marks, and that this year the number has grown to 78.5%. Mr. Eyob also called on the awardees to work hard and become competitive students in their college education. Mr. Johannes Solomon from the Ministry of Education branch in the Central Region, for his part, said that the award will have significant contribution in motivating fellow students. Dear viewers, we will take a short break, but coming up will be international news and more. Do stay tuned. Welcome back. As of Sunday, the death toll from a strong earthquake that hit western Nepal on Friday night had risen to 158, with hundreds of others injured. This is according to the Nepal police. The 6.4 magnitude quake jolted Jarjarkot and Rukum West districts on Friday night at a depth of 10 to 15 kilometers, according to the authorities. According to local police, the rescue efforts have transitioned from personal search and rescue to the second phase, which involves clearing collapsed roads and buildings. Medical staff and social welfare volunteers have begun distributing food and medical supplies to survivors. According to further reports, some villages were inaccessible by road due to the earthquake. Hence, rescue workers had to reach the affected villages on foot. On today's final report, the local government's environment minister said on Monday that India's Delhi city will restrict use of vehicles for a week between November 13 and 20 to curb air pollution, as air quality remained in the severe category despite mitigation efforts. The rule would allow vehicles with odd number plates to move on odd dates, and similarly vehicles with even registration numbers will be allowed on road on alternate days. New Delhi often ranks among the world's top polluted cities every year ahead of the onset of winters in November, when calm winds and low temperatures trap pollutants emitted from many sources. Air quality was severe for a third consecutive day in the city on Monday, according to the federal pollution control body, forcing the city government to extend the closure of primary schools until November 10. Dear viewers, that was all with your domestic and international reports, and now a very quick recap of the major headlines. Meeting on implementation of development programs in the Gashwarka region. Meeting on social service provision institutions in the city of Asab. Death toll from a strong earthquake in Nepal risen to 158. And India's New Delhi to restrict use of vehicles to curb air pollution. Dear viewers, thanks for watching, and do stay tuned for the remaining of our programs.